Hello, Jennifer Peterson. Hey, everybody. I'm just going to hang on. I want 1,000 listeners. I want 1,000 listeners because it's very important. I'm an important person, please. Good evening. Good evening, Wendy. Good evening, Jenny. Welcome. Hello, Leslie. DJ, hi. Hi, my angel. Hello, RAEL people there. Hi, boys. Hello. Good evening, Yvonne. Nice to meet you. Welcome. Thank you, Connie. Welcome, Connie. Yeah, Jenny, I don't want 31 people. I want 150,000 people watching me tonight, you know. That's what I want, Jenny. But yeah, I can see it's climbing, eh? I don't want that number to go down. I want it to go up, man. Hello, Arlene. Hello, Kevin. Absolutely. Mike, good evening. Hello there, Leslie. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes. Yeah, just give it another minute or so, and then I'll start. I'm not sure whether you people can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Just somebody just say a yes or no, please. Can you hear me? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know how these things work, you know. I'm 55 years old. Loud and clear. Oh, lovely. Thank you, Yvonne. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, we're on the mark of 50. I think I should start. First of all, I say welcome and good evening. My name is Karin. I'm a mother of 2 addicts. Okay. And, I don't like to say that addicts, my son or my daughter's an addict or whatever the case may be, because they happen to have names, They are human beings, okay? So I'll start all together and introduce myself again. My name is Karin. My surname is October. I have 2 children by the name of Adrian Kamuti and Danielle Kamuti. Danielle is 36 years old, and Adrian is a baby of 27 years old. Okay. First of all, I just want to say that I cannot speak for dads, okay? I don't know whether I must say fortunately or unfortunately, I am single. I've been a single parent for over 30 years, So I always reach out to mothers because I experience out of my experience, and I don't know about dads. What I'm saying is I don't know how. I'm not saying dads don't feel emotional, they don't know pain or anything, but I share what I feel and what I experience. But this I know also, that any man can be a father, but it takes someone special to be a dad. And with regret, I have to say both my kids, they I know that they've been longing for a dad and everything, and it's not a sad story, because while I used to play, I used to act like a man. I could act like a woman. I think I could do anything when it comes to running a household, because I am the boss, right? So I'm going to tell you the story of Danielle. Okay. Danielle is 36 years old, and she fell into addiction at the age of 18 years old. When I found out that there's something wrong with this child, I had her going for some test, and not for drug test or anything, because that time I didn't know anything about drugs. All I know is about what do they call this when they smoke weed and that, So I don't know that world, and I would never imagine any of my children doing that, because the trust is there, we're happy, we're okay, fantastic. So I took Danielle for test, and because I thought that I could see she was pregnant, and I thought maybe it's because of that she had this different way. She just changed. There was some change in her. She became quiet. She became miserable, and we took her and my sister actually, and it was positive. But also at the same time, they picked up that she was using drugs. Okay. That was, when you have news, shocking news like that, it's like the whole world, the floor just opens up, and you're thinking, but now, what the hell? When did this happen? I mean, you're thinking, when did this actually happen? Because you wide awake. You are, you've got your hands on your kids, you've got your hands on your household, it's work, it's that, and you in charge. So when did this happen? Up till today, it's like 18 years later. I still don't know how it happened. I don't think that any of us as parents will have that answer, because we do ask when, how could this happen? But you just don't get that answer. You know, the world is there for all of us to embrace. But in this world, there's so unkindness, and we are there to protect our children. But you can only do that much because you can't be there 24/7. It's work, it's other things. You've got your own life to live. And when I had the news that this is the situation, I immediately reacted and said that she must be sent away, because she was involved with this guy that I fell in love with him as well. He was such a good guy, and they were both active, both of them, And I thought at that time, okay, I need to break them apart, not knowing whether I'm doing the right thing or whether, where to turn, what to do. I don't know. But anyway, so my best bet was to send her away, because it was already far. It was too far. She's lost such a lot of weight. And I just wanted her to get out of Cape Town. And on the day when she had to leave for Knysna, she ran away. Now, I'm talking about 18 years ago, okay? She ran away. The taxi pulled up there that I booked for her, and there was nowhere to be found. The suitcases, everything was there. She was gone. I just couldn't believe it. You know what? You think this is my child. I know her. Why is she acting this way? We've never had distrust. We always have been honest with one another. We shared everything. But what is happening? What is happening in this? I don't know my child. To do these actions. And this is not Danielle. She is such a pure maiden. She's not a child that she doesn't even walk around. She's in house. There was never time that I had to go and look for her. No animosity. So how did this come about? Who is this? What is happening here? It's 18 years later. I had to come to terms. I think it took me about, I would say, 10 years and a bit to come to terms that Danielle is an addict. That's hurtful. It hurts. It's painful. It's so disruptive. You have sleepless nights. And on the day that she ran away, she's been living on the streets. She has never, ever come home. If she visits, it would be just a one-night stay, and then she's gone. And I remember a couple of years ago, in the beginning, when she used to come and knock on my door, dirty, oh my word. I used to be so rude with her. I used to slam the door. I used to swear at her. It's like a demon. I was so angry at her. I used to chase her. I used to treat her like shit, because I didn't know what else and how to handle this, And that made me realize, after 10 years, that I need to heal. If Danielle is not ready to change and take that choice to make herself better or try and give it up, I need to change. I need to make a difference to handle the situation, because I'm getting sick. Every month I'm at the doctor. it's just I'm sick. I don't know what's wrong. All of a sudden, I'm just sick. And I realized that, you know what? I have to educate myself how to deal with Danielle so that I can cope. Because she will never, ever change for me until she's ready to change for herself. So this about getting angry and swearing at her, I changed all of that. I changed my whole attitude towards her. And that helped me healing. And I know those out there, mothers that's out there or parents that's out there, I know that you have these mixed emotions. You don't know what to do. You don't know what to do with that pain. You have anxiety, you have fear, you have sleepless nights. It's just such a lot of emotions. And you don't know what to do with it. So what results into that? You get angry, You get angry because that's the only way that you know. Because first of all, you don't know God. You don't know about praying. And you don't know about being peaceful. Now, I'm just talking about experience about myself. And I've been building that inside of me. That peacefulness. The hurt and the pain is there every day. But I taught myself to cope with it. Now, I wake up in the morning, I wake up with that pain. And sometimes I do have that anxiety because I'm only human. But all I have to do is just to pray and ask God just to calm me down through the day. Just like the addict have to get up and wonder, where am I going to get my next fix? The same way I get up and I think, okay, well, you know what? Today I don't feel good. Today is not I don't feel good. And I just have to pray for the day so that I can just get through it. Tomorrow's another day, Tomorrow is another day, and today is going to be a good day. For the past 5 years, Daniela has been visiting regularly, more often. She would come here because while she saw my attitude changing also, when she comes, I welcome her. I give her a warm plate of food. I am nice. I'm nice. But fortunately for me, I'm also I also educated myself that I cannot be too nice, because that's the time when they actually take advantage of you. Because the addict knows how to manipulate. And parents, you need to wake up. Be clever, man. I know it's difficult. Emotionally, it's not lekker. Nee, your boss brand mos, like they say. But, you know what? My kids has taught me a lot about emotions, man. Because I know them before they even think about doing something, and then I tell them, don't even think about it. That is how clever they made me. And yeah, there is times when it slips through and something happens that I didn't see, because it's not that I know everything. It's a process. It's a whole process where you actually learn, and you can listen to my story and you will tell yourself, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Okay, well, yeah, okay. But each situation is different. I can't tell you, do this, do that. I don't know your situation or anyone else's but myself. But I can be an example how to carry myself with all of that pain that I'm walking with every day, and I keep my head straight. Because I have been through the mill. I've been bad-mouthed. I've been bad-mouthed by family. I've been bad-mouthed by friends, by neighbors. I know that. And what happens? Your self-esteem, you lose it. You're so shy, you're embarrassed. You're so embarrassed because why the neighbor will say, I saw your daughter the other day and whatever. And then I'm thinking, so did you give her a piece of bread or a plate of food? What is your point? You know? Because people are like that. And those are my challenges that I had to work on. That is not going to bring me down, man. I've got a life to live. My name is Karin. And God created me so that I can live. My kids has made their choices and I've been the best as I could be as a mother. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but what I'm saying that I just did whatever I could to the best of my ability, and what they do with it till today, I can tell you that Danielle and Adrian appreciate me, irrespective, my kids love me so much that there comes a point in their lives where they will do the wrong thing, not for me to know. They'll keep it away from me because they don't want to hurt me. But I hear about these things, people talk, people tell me, because I'm a good person. People love me. Why? Because I treat people with respect. Why do I treat people with respect? And most of all, godliness. Because I've got 2 children out there that's addicts. If anything happens to them on the road and you won't walk past them, if a car knocks them down, you won't walk past them. My son Adrian has been attacked several times. That's another story because I said to him, take yourself to the hospital, man. I'm busy. But people reached out. They wanted to help him. Danielle has been stabbed. They came, a stranger brought her home, took her to hospital, brought her home. Now I'm talking about many, many, many years ago. Why? Because of what I put out there. Because what you put out there is what you get back. But also, I'm a very shitty person also. That also comes from my kids. I don't tolerate shit. And I say things the way it is. I don't pretend. I say things the way it is. And if you don't like it, tough. And it's not always that I'm right. But if I'm wrong, I also know to say sorry. But if you look for shit with me, you'll get it. You'll get it. And let me tell you, Danielle and Adrian are well aware of it. I always say to them, look in the mirror and ask yourself, no, not look in the, actually I used to use 2 terms, look in the mirror and see how you look. Oh, Adrian used to hate that, look at you, look how you look. But also today I say, look in the mirror and ask yourself, is this the way I am meant to be? Is this my path? Because this is what I ask myself all the time. And God answers me and say to me, Karin, you know what? You can do this. I will not make it difficult for you that you'll lose yourself. I will not do that to you because why you're my child. And I carry on with my business, I've also learned that disappointment is always around the corner. You get your hopes high as a parent. You see your child, he's trying. So now you want to go out of your way. You spoil, you give money, it's this and that. No. Because let me tell you something, disappointment. Because you have expectations. You think, because we think with emotions, we think like that. So You think, if I'm going to give you this, I'm going to buy you that, I'm going to buy you the most expensive phone, and I'm going to do that. No, 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 no. That needs to stop. We need to stop, parents. Your children need to know how to be appreciative, how to work for what they want. Because you've laid that foundation. You've laid that foundation. And if they didn't use that layout and made that choice, that turn around and went the other way, there's no way that you can fix it. You cannot fix it, parents. You have to let it go and take its course. Let it go. Take care of yourself, because that's helped me in so many ways, that I take care of myself first before anything else. Anything. Me first. But it took me a long time to get there. It took me a long time to get there. Because we have emotions. We are mothers. We are protective. When a child is sick, we heal them. We take care of them. When they're cold, we cover them. When they're hungry, you feed them. When they're tired, you make them to sleep. We are made that way. So I had to put all that emotions and push that one side. And that's not easy. I always say I am bipolar. I am totally bipolar. I am so bipolar that, they can call me, I'm a drama queen. But within reason. Within reason. I'm a total drama queen. Because I can switch from that just like that. In any situation. Because I've got to take care of me. I've got to take care of me. I don't like to be pushed around. I also rejected years ago. You ask you this question, you know what? Why are they doing this? Don't they love me enough? I felt my self-esteem, everything is just falling apart. Depression, irrespective, you might have a car, your own place, your own this, that, and stable in that way financially, and whatever the case. But when it comes to a mother's emotion here, that is something else money can't buy, man. So how do you work on that? How do you work on yourself? Hey? Don't make that mistake of working on the addict and forget about yourself. Because remember, we get sick. Like I said earlier on, I used to get sick often. And I didn't know why. Why am I sick? I developed I had anxiety attacks all the time. All of a sudden, I just couldn't breathe and all of that. It just happened overnight that I had anxiety attacks. And my anxiety attacks now today, I've developed a chest. I'm an asthmatic because it resulted into that. But that's because at the time when I had that anxiety attacks, I didn't know how to handle and portray myself, the situation, what to do, and whatever the case may be. And I forgot about myself. And my kids look up to me today. They look up to me because never ever will I say no if they're trying to make a difference in their life. But I've also no to a certain extent, yes. You cannot run around and say, right, he wants to do this, she wants to do this, and you break yourself. Remember, disappointment is around the corner because they trip. They're not lekker here, you know. They are not so lekker here. So what happens? They trip. You think today is a good day. You try and figure out, okay, how do you look today and whatever. Everything is mighty fine. Within 2 seconds, man, it changes. And then what do? Then you in your chops. Hey, emotions. Yeah. Not me. Because why? The roles has changed, guys. My children are watching me. I don't watch them. They have to check me out. What is she like today? The roles has changed because I am the boss. Because the drugs are not going to take over my life. If it's done that to you, your choice, your life, not mine. I don't want it. I reject it. I refuse it. Take it for yourself. But me, watch me, man. I'm not watching you. Because what you're going to do? You're going to smoke that smoke. Too bloody smoke. And then, then you look like, what the? Sorry. What is that? Smoking, blowing up smoke, huh? Like a bloody Indian that's sitting there on a bloody mountain making smoke signals for something. Are you crazy? I always said in soccer also, why is there only one ball and all these men are running after one ball? Mal means they each can also have a ball. Now that's how I think of an addict. Blow bloody smoke. What is your mal? And then you perform and then you act like an idiot. And then we must tolerate it? No! Take a standstill, parent, but with godliness. I'm not saying be ungodly because at the end of the day, we're only parents. And I'm not always strong, man. Look here, I have an off day. I do have my off days and I do have my weakness. There's always something that also slips through, man. Because I don't know everything. I learn every time from someone. And I love it. I love to learn. I like to know how people feel. So that I can learn. You know, I want to learn how you feel so that I can learn, okay, so this is how it is. Because I'm not the only one out there. There are so many mothers that is reaching out to me. Hey, I was just about to form a little group of mothers on my own, just to get together and we do a once a month thing, even if it's just cake and tea or whatever the case may be, because I like that. But I couldn't do it because just as I was about, those that was interested, I had about 5 ladies at the time that approached me, okay, let's meet and everything. Just as I was about to look how the drugs take over your life when you think you're in control, I had Daniel coming to my doorstep wanting help. Daniel has made a choice to change 3 weeks ago. After 18 years, this girl decides, because she's getting old. I said to her, there's new kids on the block, the new girls, you know. So you've got to keep it up. She's 36 years old, so now there's young girls. I know how it works. So it's a bit harder for her. It's harder work. It's harder this and that. You know, it's streetwise. It's street life. So she's tired. And also she came here with a stomach. She had a stomach ailment and rushed to hospital. And I said to her, the first time when she went to hospital, I dropped her off. at the day hospital, I said, you take care of yourself. Because I'm not going to stay out of work. I'm not going to I'll drop you off there. And I'll pick you up when you're done. You go. You're 36 years old. She did. She went to hospital. That was the first time. This is about a month ago, or more than a month ago. So, okay. So she went to hospital, got antibiotics and everything and whatever. So Daniela's gone, missing, right? The second time, she was rushed to hospital, again with a stomach. Again with a stomach. I didn't take her. She took herself. I refused to. Because I wanted her to be sick. I wanted her to feel that pain of being sick, and not the pain of craving. That is how I was thinking. Have some pain, man, instead of craving. Do you understand? She got herself to hospital. She was admitted for 3 days. I didn't even know she was in hospital until she came here, knocked on my door, and said, came out of. So I said, oh, so you don't need to smoke every day. You've been without it for 3 days, and everything was hunky-dory. Danielle slept over that night, but she disappeared again then. But I knew I didn't get my hopes up too high. Like, whoa, now she's going to be here. And oh, no, 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 no. I know it doesn't work like that. But I'm a mother. I still have motherhood in me. So she did a good thing. She went to hospital, again antibiotics and everything. And she disappeared again. Not long, a week later, again the stomach. And she came here again and she said, I can't do this anymore. I'm tired. I'm getting sick. The minute I smoke, I get stomach ache, mommy. I can't walk. I can't do. I said to her, because your body can't take it anymore. It's time to change. But it's all up to you. You know where's all the centers for help. You know the people, whatever. I ain't doing anything. And I'm very proud to say, and I know it's still very new, it's only 3.5 weeks that she's been doing very well. She's been committed. There is our ups and downs and whatever. We do have that. But she's very committed. She's really, really committed. She's really trying. We are bonding. She is with me. Look, it is amazing. But it's also difficult because I can't give my all. I have to have that boundary still, that firmness that you are not going to play on my time and try and manipulate the situation. And I think she knows that. But I'm very proud to say that she is doing very well. I do know there's still a lot of work, I can't imagine that she used to sleep at the train stations at night sometimes, or Danielle doesn't even tell me anything. It's just things that I hear. And for her to be home every morning now when she wakes up, she's smiling. I've never seen her like that. She always used to wake up being sad. You could see that haggardness, because why? She needs to think, where am I going to get my next fix today? Where am I going to get my next fix today? But that has all changed. But it's an up and down, it's a roller coaster. Because today it's like that, tomorrow it's like that, and today it's okay. And then more down. Then we work ourselves up again. And tomorrow it's okay and everything okay, and then down. And I know it's a whole process. And I just thank God that I have all that patience, that I've got this wisdom, that I've got to take care of myself, me first, to handle this situation. Heroin, 18 years later. She has a daughter. Akila is 17 years old. Akila was born deaf and blind because the mother was still using while she was pregnant. And miracles happened because at the age of 2, she was healed because we took care of her, chiropractor that she went regularly and all of that stuff. But I can tell you a lot of stories. My daughter's been in prison. Never in my life had I thought I would visit any of my children in prison, But that's all things that God has molded me, and He made me the way I am today. And I am so appreciative for my life. I can celebrate my life, and I can tell myself, I've been a good mother. I've tried my best. I will still be a good mother. And I will never ever go down that road to question myself, ever. To tell myself that I haven't done enough. Because in fact, I have. I won't put myself in that situation to go deep into depression. I will not allow that to happen to me. I will just do something else that will make me happy. And I'm not going to say what it is, but okay. At the end of the day, we all want the same thing. We weren't born to suffer. Nobody's here on earth to suffer. No parent want to bury their child either. It should be the other way around. I hear mothers that is in contact with me, their pain, it is so hard. So I feel it, and I consider myself so blessed that I am how I am today because of God's grace. That I can still have dignity in me. I have respect. I respect my life. I respect myself for who I am. And nobody's going to bring me down because of my children. That's addicts. Because they are actually good children. They're just addicts. It's a problem. They are sick. And don't ever think it won't happen to you. It's happened to me. And as I said, I asked myself, how did this happen? Why did this happen? I've done this. I've bought them this. I did that. We did that. But it happened. It can happen to anybody. It can happen to anybody. The world is at war. But there's people suffering out there. Our kids are fading. The government is not doing much. They look at it and they say a little bit about it and then they leave it. Because it's money. It's like they leave us, kill yourself. Hey? Our next generation, it's being wiped out because of drugs. Every second household is just drugs. I drove in a Nova Park in this week. I saw every single girl walking down the road are on drugs. They all look the same. That features, all of them. And I'm thinking, what is going on? Who is doing anything about this? Hey, how are we going? What is going to happen here? There's grandchildren coming into this world. Hey, what is going to happen to the generation? It is so out of control. And the help, it's limited. It's so limited. And you don't know what to do. You don't know where to turn to. You have fear in you. You live your life in fear because you don't know where's your child if anything should happen to your child. That you long so badly for this child just to get their head together and just do the right thing. It's difficult. It's difficult. And all my thanks and praise to God. And I thank God that He's put a man in my life. Anthony Hall has done so good. He has changed my life. He's changed my life so tremendously. With my son Adrian and what he has become. I can never, ever pay, or there's nothing that I can repay this man. He's just a warrior, a brave warrior of God. Because God stepped in, man. My praise was not in vain when I asked God the way He put Anthony in our lives. My son talks about, Adrian talks about Anthony all the time. He comes here as Anthony. But I love it. I love it. He has done so much good in such a lot of people's lives. How great is that? How great is that we can thank you, Anthony. You know what? We must actually give this man a big party or something, man. You don't know what to do with this man. It is so amazing. I see the change in my son. I see the man he's become. How he stand up for himself. He's never been like that. He was like a Lincoln Pop man. He was like a wannabe, something. But what Anthony has installed in Adrian, I could never ever have done. With all my cheekiness and all of this and that and this and that, I would never ever have been able to do it. Never. And I just thank God for people like Anthony. Because people like me, as much as we think we know a lot, we don't. But God put people in your life for a reason, man. God put people in your life to do shit in your life. And God to put people in your life to do good in your life, man. Like Anthony. Like Anthony Hall. He has molded my son into what he is today. And I see my son growing stronger and stronger day by day. Every time when I speak to Adrian, he is so much better and better and better. I said to him the other day, you sound like Anthony already. You laugh like Anthony. He said to me, Mom, but I'm with Anthony all the time. What do you think? And I don't mind that. I don't have to see my son because he's under the wings of a man that's a warrior of God. Isn't that amazing? And I know that one day Danielle will have her mentor as well. It will happen. I believe in it. If she is willing, if she keeps on, it will happen. Her day will come for victory. For people like Anthony, that's in my life, in my children's life. for people like Anthony that is in your life. And people will try and break God's warrior. They will try that. But you know what? There's nothing will touch a man of God or a woman of God. That is all I can say about Anthony. I can't thank him enough. We hardly speak. If I speak to Anthony, it's like 5 words, and because he's a busy man, He's busy. But he knows my heart, and I know his heart. I don't need to speak to him to impress him. I don't need to phone him every day to know that he knows how I feel. He knows how I feel and how I appreciate it. How my daughter Danielle, appreciate Anthony so much. She even cry when she see a brother doing his live videos. She can't believe it. And I said to her, all things is possible with God. All things is possible. Yeah, so my journey with Danielle at the moment is still a long way. I know there's a lot of challenges still. There's still a lot of things that's going to happen. There's things that's not going to go right. There is things that's not going to go right. I cannot let my guard down, In other words, I cannot think everything is all right because she's been good for 2 or 3 days. It doesn't work like that. Parents, it doesn't work like that. You need to be on top of it. You cannot stop things from going wrong, but don't have expectations. Don't have expectations. It's just causing hurt and pain. And I know, yes, I can't say I don't feel any, disappointment or whatever. I can't say that. I do. I'm only human. But I know what to do with it. I know how to overcome it. That is the need. The pain and the disappointment and all of that, it's there. It's not that it will go away. You're not a robot. You will feel disappointed. You will feel hurt. You will feel this. You will feel sleepless. You will feel this and that and the other. But it's what you do with it. It's how you handle it. And you've got to get to know yourself. I get to know myself. I know what trips me, man. I know how I'm going to react to something. And I warn Danielle and Adrian that ask them. I said, don't do it. I said very nicely. I warned them before the time because, as I said, I know already what they're going to do. They're going to do something. I said, don't even think about it because mommy is not going to be happy. I'm going to trip big time. I warned them. Why? Because I know myself. I know myself. Know yourself. Mothers, get to know yourself in order to cope. Know yourself. Know God. Be quiet. Go on your knees. Work on yourself first before anything else. Because it's difficult. It's so difficult to see your daughter or your son fading and going deeper. The world is swallowing them and you can't do anything about it. It's not lekker. You didn't give birth to children to be addicts and to mess up their lives. Who does that? But the hurt and the pain that's there, you need to pray about it, that you work through it. You know how to handle it. You know how to get up tomorrow morning and get on with your business with a smile on your face. And you do have your off days. Because as I said, you're not human, where you may be a bit quiet. I have my quiet time. I prefer to be quiet. I live on my own. My home is quiet. I don't need a lot of noise around me. But if I want to make a noise and have a party and have my friends or my birthday celebration and my family over, that's also not a problem. But now that I'm older, I'm more peaceful. I'm more at peace. And it's okay. It's okay to feel that way. There's nothing wrong because I don't need to prove anything to anybody. Yes, my children are addicts. So what? So what? Say something. Look in the mirror. Because never think it will happen to you. That's what I thought. But it happened. And I have to deal with it every day. But I can thank God that today I can help others, that's in turmoil, that's in pain. Mothers that I can inspire, even if I have an off day, that contact me. And for that helps me healing. I feel that if I can help someone, it's part of my healing because I also need to heal. I need to heal. I still need to heal a lot. But helping others helps me healing. That is my way of healing as well. And I don't care damn what people say about me. I used to be very sensitive. People think because I'm quiet and I'm nice, they can mess with me. They try. But because I had so many things happening to me, and I've got a lot of godliness in me, I look at things first also, because that is what I pray for. I pray for guidance, how to handle my life. Not how to handle the addict, my life first, in order to handle that addict. That is my nick of getting my way around every day. It's me first, man. It's me first. And yes, I'm not perfect, It's not that I'm a saint. I'm a normal person. I have learned not to be pretentious because of my children being addicts, because it's not my fault. I've learned not to explain myself. I've also learned to stay away out of other people's business. I haven't got time for that. I don't interfere with people's business. The neighbors here, I greet, hello, goodbye. I don't even know their names. Not for anything. Not for anything. But it's just the way I want to live my life. For myself, my healing, my God, my life. That's first. And then whatever else that I have to deal with. Because why? I don't have to buy Danielle or Adrian anything. I don't owe them anything. I don't owe my children nothing. You don't owe your kids anything, man. Get that out of you. You try and fix and this and buy and no. If you must think, I had to work hard for what I wanted. My car, everything. That's not how it works. Guys, that's not how it works. They need to be graceful. and appreciate and grateful for opportunities to recover. If once they show that, because an addict always just think about themselves, and that's how they manipulate. So be careful. Once again, I cannot say, I don't know how my day's gonna be tomorrow. It's just a day by day thing. But I'm grateful and I'm so thankful that I can share what I'm sharing with you tonight, because it could have been so different. You know, there's parents out there that don't know whether they're coming or going. Me, I'm not Tati. No, I will not let that happen to me. I will never allow that to happen to me. I guess that's why I'm not married yet. I'm not even married. Hey? I mean, Daniel and Adrian's dad passed on years ago. Besides the fact that we separated. But I'm never ever remarried again. Because I'm a difficult person. You know? To a certain extent, with godliness. With godliness. Because I have a threshold of tolerance. You know? But when I had enough, I had enough. My life, my God, and I embrace it. I embrace my life. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for that God gave me 2 children. Because in terms of me being the way I am, it made me so closer to my God that I don't take things for granted. How's that? I appreciate everything. Everything. If someone even give me a compliment, I take it to heart. I appreciate it. I appreciate everything that comes my way. That's good. I appreciate it so much and don't take anything for granted. And I'm thankful that God has come into my heart, because who knows, I would maybe not have even been this way, you know. But I know God. I know people always say, I know God. Oh no, I know God and whatever. But that's a personal thing between me and my God. But I'm thankful that He knows everything about me. And God has taught me everything about me so that I can cope. I can cope with my daily doings. Living with 2 addicts that's in my life. Not that they're living with me, but they are in my lives. And out of those 2, I have 2 beautiful grandchildren, which is my most adorable. They are my life. They got me by the curlies. Connor and Akila are my babies. And that is where I invest. They can do with me what they want to. Because I'm just a granny, you know. I'm just a granny. I love those children. God has blessed me. I've got so much love for them. And they love me. And they don't call me Ma. I'm Nan. I'm a Nan. They don't call me Ma. I'm Nan. I love them so much. You know? Because that's also part of my healing. It makes me feel closer to Daniel and Adrian. Of the times that we couldn't be together. Because of circumstances. And I want to say to mothers out there, don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. Don't blame yourself. Don't blame yourself. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. And, it's not the end of the world. You can still live. You can still have a life. You can cope with it. Just ask God what to do with it. What do you do with yourself? How do you handle yourself? Before you handle anything else, do that. You first. And then everything else. That's the way that you will cope. The only way. You first. Your life. Your God. Love yourself. I can tell you guys a lot of stories of my experience with Danielle and Adrian and what they've done and whatever the case may be. I mean, I had cops knocking on my door, looking for Danielle already and all of that. And I'm sure those of you that is in the same situation like me with your kids and that, I suppose you know what that's all about and so on. But it boils down to the same thing, that we are parents. You just want the best for your children and you want everything to be the way it should be, the way you want your family. That's it. But you can just pray about it. Stay on your knees, pray about it, and embrace your life. Embrace God. Embrace the people that He put in your life, that's in your life to help you, to support you. Embrace it. Thank you, everybody, for listening. I see all these notes. Guys, I don't know how these things work, but I thank you. I thank you, Anthony, Leslie, RAEL family. You guys are so amazing. I cannot thank you. I don't know what to say anymore. Stay blessed, people. Stay warm. Take care. And just be yourself. Good night.